So I recently have watched this clip with Jordan Peterson, and this clip has really made me pretty much break down emotionally because it was something I could kind of relate to. It really connected kind of with me, and I need to show you this clip and then share my perspective on it.
So my son Julian, he was a tough little rat, and he was a disagreeable kid. He's very competitive and very tough-minded. And when he was little, now and then he'd have a showdown quite often with us, because my daughter, I could just point my finger at her when she was misbehaving and she'd quit. But my son, that was like stage 1 in a 10-stage battle. He was just getting warmed up. That was just fun. And so now and then he would start to get too misbehaving, and I'd talk to Tammy and say, okay, man, that kid gets away with nothing for the next 2 weeks. Every time he deviates from the straight line 1 centimeter, we're gonna tap him back. And we do that together, and every time we did this was so cool to see, he liked us better. And why? I'll tell you why. Because we were paying attention to him. And there is no difference between attention and love. They are the same thing. You think, why are people so desperate for attention? And the reason we're desperate for attention is because there's no difference between attention and love. And a child will do anything for attention.
So the reason why I kind of broke down when watching this video is because, like, I always feel the need to get punished, which I know might sound like a horrible and unhealthy behavior, but maybe that's what it is. But I feel the need to be punished all the time. I feel the need to get a reaction out of people. At least I have felt this kind of need for many years. It's like, you know, this internet word trolling, like, when you try to get a rise out of people, you try to get a reaction out of them, you try to piss people off. It's like, I feel the need to do that. At least part of me does that. At least this is a behavior I had for many years. And considering this and many other things, I believe the conclusion you can draw here is that I am a horrible attention seeker. However, I believe my parents did the best thing they could to raise me as properly as they could, but I believe I probably was a troubled kid anyway, and that's probably why I am the way I am. And for so many years, I could not stand seeing, for example, couples who are happily in love with each other. Like, whenever I saw this, it's like this part of me had a reaction, or like part of me felt the need to ruin their day so that I could feel better about myself. But I have learned to kind of handle that. Like, now I don't have this desire anymore, because I will admit it doesn't sound good. Now whenever I see like a happily married couple, instead of putting them down so that I can feel better about myself, I now feel the need to bring them up, which sounds a lot better. I want to make them happy. And so I want to have a positive impact on them rather than a negative. But the thing is, I still need to have an impact on them. I still need to invoke a reaction in them, whether positive or negative. Whether it's a positive or a negative reaction. And I think this might be a problem, because sometimes I may not have the possibility to do that. Like, sometimes if I don't kind of interact with those people, I feel like a caged tiger, and I feel this need, like, hey, do you know I exist? Like, this is not me joking, this is literally how I work, and the reason why I am open about this is because I feel like more people need to share their perspective on this so that we can kind of be more well informed on this topic. But this is why, like I kind of said previously, I even feel the need to be punished so that people can notice that I exist. It's probably means that I have some kind of humiliation fetish, and as a result, this is probably why I have made a lot of videos on this channel where I have stated many controversial things. I have had many controversial opinions. And as a result, I got a lot of criticism for that. And for the record, I did not state those controversial opinions just to piss people off. Like, I do stand by everything I say on this channel. Everything I say on my videos is something I agree with, at least in the moment of making those videos. However, I have realized that perhaps I have to keep some of my opinions to myself, because if I keep being controversial on my videos, if I keep like being driven by that subconscious part of my mind that has some kind of humiliation fetish, like I know that this is destructive behavior, because the problem is that if I keep doing that, eventually people will stop taking me seriously. Like whenever I will genuinely want to help people out, genuinely have good intentions, everyone will be like, this guy just wants to invoke a reaction in other people. And people will not take me seriously. And so perhaps I have to work on this, but the problem is I don't really know how. I don't know how to deal with this in a healthy way. Like, the best thing I have currently realized is to, like I previously said, make people happy rather than make people miserable. But I still need to invoke a reaction in other people. I still need to impact other people in some kind of way. Maybe because I need some kind of attention. I don't know, but I just don't know any better way to handle this. Which is why, if you're watching this, if you have better advice on what I can do, please let me know. Please let me know in the comments how I can deal with this in a better way. And like, if you can try seeing my other videos and maybe tell me what you think about them. Do I truly come off as me just trolling, trying to invoke a reaction, or do I genuinely like have good intentions? Like, because no matter what I try to do, like, what is your impression? Is your impression like I have good intentions or I'm just trying to invoke a reaction? Let me know. Let me know how I can handle this in a more healthy way, so that I don't truly ruin like my chances of being taken seriously. And hopefully you will see me next time, and hopefully you will take me seriously, and hopefully I will not have some kind of come off as me having some kind of humiliation fetish in my next video. But that's what I think, at least.